playing Battle Crashes today. If you've been, which is most likely the case that you have not seen my previous videos, I was playing this game, kind of getting a feel for it, but I fully intend to immerse myself in it this time and try to beat it, and hopefully you guys, whoever may be watching, can have a good fun time with me in the process of doing so. The introduction to this game is nothing too special. You wake up in a crash after your ship has crashed and you are trying to reconnect with your teammates, and you have to fight your way through to the village that you're currently going to. Much like any other turn-based game, this is very fun. Kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy a little bit. And I look forward to upgrading my equipment as well as finding more party members. Monica in the game is a huge asset, and I cannot wait to get her. And this is pretty much it in terms of getting to your objectives. It's just constant back and forth battle. It is incredibly addictive, especially once you immerse yourself in the story. And I'll be happy to show you the story in terms of what's going on here in a moment. Okay. In terms of what's going on with the story, here, let me turn the music down. Hello? There we go. Okay. In terms of what's going on with the story, years have passed since the great warrior and leader of men, Aramis, has vanished. Left behind were his mighty gauntlets, artifacts of untold power, giving their wielder the strength to move mountains, as the stories were told. Also left behind was his daughter. That is the character that you see with the and currently in the party with the gauntlets. Her name is Gully. She has taken her father's gauntlets, setting in motion the events that would make her the target of great importance and bring her into the company of her greatest defenders. Now, Nolan is kind of the mage of the group. He's a very wise and mighty wizard whose tongue is as sharp as his wit. Now, my personal favorite is Calibretto, a war golem. He's also a healer, defender, and a great offensive character if you use him correctly. Garrison's very good too. He's a swordsman who was basically blood brothers kind of to Aramis, Gully's father. Now, my personal favorite is Monica. She is a pistola character. She has guns and grenades and all that. Together they traveled while defending Gully from those who seek the power of the gauntlets. But there was an explosion on the ship in the beginning. They crash landed, and now we're trying to find all of the party members and bring them together again. Nolan, on a personal quest to learn more about mana, which fuels the world's magic technology. Who would have thought, mana, has led the group towards a mysterious landmass known as the Crescent Isle. Their vast reserves of mana were rumored to exist. As they approached the island, they quickly discovered why little is known about the area. Now, the world map is basically how you just get around. Obviously, it's a map, but the enemy encounters are very fluent and very, 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 very often. And there's also multiple encounters. You'll see multiple encounters in one battle. Sometimes if you see this sign there on the second one, multiple wave enemy encounter, stepping on those will begin combat against multiple waves, not just a single group. Harm's Way is the central town of this world. Is basically where we're going to. Now, combat, basically all you need to know is that you take Final Fantasy and a comic book and push them together. And that is pretty much all it is. It's a beautiful game, but it's turn-based style, just like Final Fantasy. Now, you get to see your character's stats, and especially once you get Monica and Nolan, you can really start working with how to put your team together effectively. But for the first, I'd say 7 hours, maybe 5 hours, you're stuck with Calibreto, Gully, and Garrison. So, not that they're not amazing, but Monica and Nolan are amazing healers and offensive players as well. The dungeons and exploration, this is where it gets really fun. Not only is this a turn-based strategy game, but it's also a dungeon diver. Anybody who knows anything about D&D, a dungeon diver is you go literally into a dungeon and you're defending yourself against waves of monsters. Exploration areas, including dungeons, you may encounter the following. Lore, very important, to me at least it is, because you get to learn about the game and everything. Crafting stations are kind of, blah, but whatever. The teleporters are how you usually finish the dungeon rooms once you've acquired all teleporting areas or killed all the enemies. Special events, like certain hidden bosses, stuff like that. And you can also fish, which I never personally did. There's mini maps in dungeons where it shows where you've been and what is in each room. It's kind of a weird little system. I don't really like it, but once you get used to it, you kind of see why it's effective. Basically, you can, after exploring each little part of the rooms in a dungeon, you can teleport to and from each one, however you may need. Crafting is amazing. You can make your own, especially once you get to the higher points in the game where you can make, beautiful weapons. And the thing I like about this game is that you get to see the weapons being used. It's not just, oh, you picked a weapon, here it is. It's, you literally get to see your characters, your favorite characters that you find throughout the game and learn about throughout the game, wielding the amazing weapons that you can create. Your party screen, it'll grow as you get more companions and you can trade people in and out. It shows their strengths, their weaknesses. Obviously, every single hero, villain, creature, machine, and monster's strengths and attributes can be measured by the following statistics. Here they are right here. Basic D&D stuff. Hero perks are massive. we'll get into that later. We're a bit too low of a level now to talk about that, but it can be vastly important. Like with Garrison, you can have Garrison immediately get 2 attacks at the start of the round and stuff like that. It can be incredibly helpful. Hero skills, combat abilities, and the bios of the characters. Now, the beast details, you have a bestiary, and you get to learn about each beast that you battle. I'm trying to wrap this up for you guys so we can just get to the fighting. The lore book and dungeon codex is also very fun to learn about, but again, not really needed. Fishing journals, nothing really important here, guys. It's just fishing. Again, just fishing. And that is pretty much it in terms of what's going on and what we're fighting for and where we're going. You can choose certain paths to try to go to fight less if you wish. Here. We are investigating a strange campsite. Barricades in the middle of the forest. Someone's here. Proceed with caution. Chest here. We got some nice armor. That's a coin. I'm gonna switch characters here. Looks like someone was here recently. The smell is certainly fresh. Ambush, of course. They're using stealth tactics. We're gonna have to use. We've already been poisoned, so we're definitely gonna have to give it up enough and use some powers. Now that he's exposed himself. We got 2 poisons. Oh, knocked out, boy. Get him, Garrison. We have survived the ambush. And we got to level up. Let's get out of here. The letter he was carrying has a seal. It must be important. What does it say? Hard to tell. It seems to be spirit and blood. It does say outsiders, which may be us. Also references an outpost. The Smith and town may know what this means. Why do I feel like this is going to be complicated? Now, I'm going to, basically the way this playthrough will work is I'll be jumping in between different games. I'm going to be playing this for about 30-45 minutes. I'll upload it to my channel. And I'll be jumping between this and Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, along with a little game I love called Internium. It's a very fun, also another dungeon diver. For right now, though, we're just going to focus on some battle crashes. We gotta get back to town and talk to the Smith about this letter, though. And as you can see, you can just follow the objective, or you can go around and level up and just keep fighting, stuff like that. It's a very fun game. But for now, let's talk to the Smith. Maybe he's got an idea of what's going on.
Come on in.
I believe we found the bandit you chased out of town. In his possession was a letter we were unable to fully decipher.
Hey, let's have a look. Yeah, ink looks fresh. Says something about an ancient weapon. Anything else? Outsiders arriving at the island, likely to complicate things.
Outsiders? Does that mean us?
Well, it's hard to make out entirely. But it speaks of the Iron Outpost, that can be sure. What's mightiest military fortification south of the snows?
That's all that outpost is. It's basically a holdout for the bad guys.
Long abandoned. But bandits have been going in and out a lot lately. Sky's no way. Well, you look likely to survive. But just in case, I've got a fine weapon or two for sale here that may come in handy.
Of course
if the
you do.
talking
You want
turns
to
to
sell
fighting.
us stuff.
Some others around town have useful wares as well. You might ask around, see what you can find. If they answer your knocks, that is.
And now we got the gate key. We can go through the gate and get to that assault on the outpost. We can look at his wares. He probably doesn't have much, especially anything we really need at this level. We can kind of make do with what we've got. This sword does have a higher attack rate for Garrison, so I'll go ahead and buy that for him. And we'll go ahead and back
Come
out.
on in.
And you can also sell many items, but at this point what you want to do in the beginning of the game is stock. If you have this game, if you've played this game, you'll understand the importance of stocking
careful.
everything that you can. You do not want to get caught with, you know, your pants down, so to speak, in terms of, you know, what is going to be needed later on throughout the game. Oop, alright, there we go. Woohoo! Let's go. Whoop, 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 whoop. See, stuff like this. This is what you want to stock. It's so important. Blade leaves and certain different iron ores are so important for crafting later throughout the game. This is it? One guy? Really? Let's not even waste our mana on him. Let's just go crazy. 2 more level ups. This right here, this is what we were speaking of earlier, is this will be a multiple wave attack. What we're going to do is go ahead and heal up if we can. Also equip what may need to be equipped. Let's go ahead and get that equipped on him. You see, this is why I bought this sword. This is a green serrated blade that we had already have, and it puts his weapon damage high up to 12, but it also takes down his attack power. The weapon I had bought, which is a common, believe it or not, takes his stamina up to 6, leaves his attack power alone, and also still puts his weapon damage up back at 12. This is why you kind of want to look at your options in stores and see what you can really buy. Now, this is his armor. This would be Garrison's armor. This unfortunately does lower his attack power, but it heightens his defense and stamina, which is kind of what you need when you are a main defender. This gun for Calibretto, I'm a little hesitant to give. It lowers his defense and stamina. We will try it out. If it doesn't work out to what I think it will, then we'll trade it right back. This is amazing. A Veil Scout's tunic for Gully. This would be great. It only lowers his attack power by 2 points. See, even the blue, which is a rarity item, doesn't even match anywhere near the common item we just used. So what we're going to do now that we've gotten equipped, back out and kick these guys' asses. The ruins just off the road here. They look military. This must be one of the Iron Outpost old way stations, which means the outpost is nearby. Should we search it? Doesn't seem the highest priority. Keep in mind this is a multiple wave fight. This will be a multiple wave fight. Those weapons were a vast improvement. And as you can see, Garrison's blade is immediately different than it was, 5-10 minutes ago as what he was using. It's got a really cool, rustic, old school kind of Final Fantasy X look to it, you know? Hoping for something a little bit more, but oh well. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and wipe them off the face of the planet. Get out of here. Stay. Get him out of here. Deuces. Alright, we have pretty much arrived here at the Iron Outpost. However, I will be starting my load up of Knights of the Old Republic continuation. I will be playing 2. I actually may load up 1 because I just uploaded the Tatooine mission on my page. Go ahead and check that out if you want. I will be uploading this very shortly, and after I'm done with Knights of the Old Republic walkthrough a little bit, we will get right back to this and see what is inside that Iron Outpost. Alright guys,